So this morning I woke up a little bit tired. I was with some friends last night and we were playing with sound for hours and we stayed up a little bit late and I just got such a sound detox that this morning I was integrating, needing a bit more rest. So I still like to start out my mornings in a way that feels like it connects me with spirit, with my soul, as I'm sure many of you do as well. So I got my phone out, and the first thing I did actually was I looked at like a cat and a baby video. It was really cute on YouTube. But then I went over to my teacher's channel and listened to a recent transmission from Matt Kahn, who's a spiritual teacher that I've been sort of working with and studying with for a while. And I was guided. I had the intuition that I've never done this. I went down and just looked at his really old videos. I went all the way to the bottom and I found this video and clicked on it, and it was the medicine that I needed. And it really brought forth something within me today that potentially will be helpful for you as well. So this teaching in this video was really around the power and really the necessity of acknowledgement and acknowledging yourself and really acknowledging everything that's happening within you, light and shadow. Just as a child wishes to be acknowledged by its mother, by its father, by the people around them, and seen and heard, we too need to be acknowledged in that way. Of course, we have our inner children so alive inside of us. So after that, I sat up and I began to just breathe. And I started to acknowledge the frequencies that I felt, this morning. And as I acknowledged, my energy and my focus went into my root chakra, and I began to acknowledge this place that was coming up to be seen, that had to do with my relationship with social media and creativity. And I felt recently like I've been aware of a little bit of a block or something that's kind of stopping me from just sharing, just posting, and this was confirmed to me in a session, in a reading I had with a business coach and a healer and a light worker as well. And so as I was acknowledging this, what I became aware of and what this energy showed me was, growing up, I, and probably you too, our creativity and my creativity, I'll speak for myself, we go to school and we want to be creative and they're saying, okay, draw a picture or write a poem or write an essay even, or write your thoughts about this book or whatever that is. And we have to engage with their creative energy to create that piece of work, that homework. And then what the teacher does is they grade it. And they say, that's 70%, or that's a C, or that's an A, or that's 100. And we might feel amazing about what we created. And then that person will say, oh, it was a C. Or we might feel a little bit lackluster about what we created. And the teacher will say, oh, that was amazing, 95%. And so it gets us to sort of distrust our creativity and to feel like, okay, when I create, it's going to be graded. When I create, it's going to, there's going to be something that I'm after, some sort of validation. And even though I might feel really good about it, if the teacher doesn't, or if my parent doesn't, then that's going to come back to me and I'm going to learn to start suppressing my natural creativity and sort of trying to filter it through how it needs to be in order for me to be validated, be accepted, and receive love from what I've created. And also this is the same with our parents or our caregivers or the people that we grew up around. As kids, we're a little wild, we're a little crazy, we're like, yeah! I definitely was like a little weirdo for sure, probably you too. And what happens when we're in that creative energy and we're like, I'm so crazy and I want to dance, I want to shout, I want to sing. A lot of the time, shh. Calm down, be silent, sit down. And so we're also learning to suppress our creative energy, because when it's coming out of us unobstructed, this is the key. when it's coming out, this is what I was being shown. When it's coming out unobstructed as a child, we learn that it needs to be funneled in a certain way in order to be validated. So now we're on social media and we're creating Instagram posts or Instagram content. And, you know, this place within me was like, I feel like it's the same thing when I'm trying to be creative. It's like there's this pattern from what I've been through that's saying, well, now who's grading me or my audience? How many likes am I getting? How much engagement am I getting? How many shares am I getting? That's the grade. So maybe I'm feeling, oh my God, I love this post. This was so fun to create. And maybe it gets like, you know, a handful of likes, much less than maybe my posts usually do. And so that will be feedback, just like as a kid. Oh, maybe that wasn't good, right? Maybe that creativity wasn't good. Okay, now how am I going to mastermind how to filter out my creativity to get a good grade? How am I going to mastermind my creativity and suppress it and control it and try to bring only some of it forth and maneuver it and manipulate it so I get that love, you know? And so this is what I became aware of today as I was in acknowledgement. And the thing about this is when I was just acknowledging it, this is bringing the healing automatically, because our presence, so really what acknowledging an energy means is you're bringing it presence. You're bringing it your loving acceptance, your awareness, and your presence. And our presence is pure light. So from there, I didn't need to go, oh my God, I need to transmute this. I need to get rid of this. I need to clear it. I got to bring in my light. No, I just acknowledged it and I allowed it. And what came through was, well, can I create a video about this experience to begin this, to begin this and continue this healing process where I just create from what's true, create from what's real, and just let it be and just let it flow out. And so I hope that this served you today and potentially brought some pieces together for you. But either way, thank you so much for witnessing me, and blessings on your journey. May you feel free to create with wild abandon, and may you feel free to create with no limits. And know that that is so powerful and such a gift and so good enough. And may we all learn to enjoy our creativity for creativity's sake, giving ourselves that validation, giving ourselves that acknowledgement, and really spiritually maturing so that we can hold ourselves in that loving place.